Hi everyone. Are you prepared to get absorbed in a story that will grab your attention at once? We'll take a closer look at a set of pictures of Elin Nordegren, 44, that caused one of the day's most contentious online debates. She has been called the most indecent woman in the world by some viewers since the photos went viral on social media and other news websites. To view all of the surprises and revelations in these images, be sure to watch through to the very end. I promise that it will be helpful to go over all of the facts before coming to your own judgments. Even those who are not familiar with Elin Nordegren's past are likely to identify her name with high-profile relationships and a life in the spotlight. Over the years, she has generated both controversy and love due to her personal choices and images that portray her in ways that defy expectations. Since these most recent photos are unprocessed and unaltered without any filters or set situations to hide anything, there is no room for interpretation. Regardless of whether her approach is regarded as daring or controversial, Elin has made the decision to express herself in unusual ways. Because each snapshot captures a moment of her unique personality, they show a side of her that few have seen before. Many comments have been made on these pictures. Some view the pictures as a fresh manifestation of confidence and independence, while others believe they display a level of boldness that verges on immorality. It is important to understand that by calling these images indecent, we are not implying that her character is objective. Rather, we are highlighting the fact that they defy the expectations that are typically placed on women of her age and background. In these pictures, Elin isn't afraid to show off her uniqueness. Her mannerisms, the clothing she dons, and even the camera angles all combine to create a look that defies social conventions and encourages reflection. Whether you agree or disagree with the label given to her, the pictures make a strong impression. The way these images blend artistic expression with introspection is what really grabs my attention. It appears that each picture was chosen with care to highlight a different facet of her personality. Her easygoing yet assured manner conveys independence and a refusal to fit in a number of the pictures. In others, the arrangement and illumination draw attention to the nuances and contours of her body, offering spectators an entirely new angle on her. An intriguing conversation is sparked by the difference between the images in front of us and what society often expects of a 44-year-old woman. Is it a celebration of independence and self-assurance, or is it unduly revealing? These kinds of questions are being discussed by everyone. The choice to release these images to the public makes a message. By defying accepted norms, Elin Nordegren seems to be expressing that she is at ease in her own skin. The images challenge our preconceived ideas about morality and beauty and encourage us to see past outward appearances. Public personalities have always used their image to express themselves, and this is still the case today. The debate surrounding these images shows how far we've come in redefining what it means to be a modern woman, one who is outspoken, fearless, and not afraid to defy expectations. As you go through your social media feeds or read reviews on other websites, you may have noticed that the comments on these photos are as impassioned as they are divisive. Her bravery and capacity to transcend the boundaries set by society's discriminatory norms are praised by some commenters. Some have attacked her choices, saying that they pressure other people to unattainable standards or that the pictures are too personal. This difference is exactly what makes the subject so fascinating and deserving of further research. Each like, comment, and share contributes to the current discussion about self-expression, individual sovereignty, and what it means to be authentic in the contemporary world. The spread of this discussion has been greatly aided by social media platforms. With millions of people on the planet, images like these may become viral very quickly. Every post and tweet adds to the discussion on appropriate or accurate public imagery. For many, it's not just a collection of pictures, but a deeper conversation about individuality and the chance to express oneself in the way that seems most authentic. In many respects, Elin's photographs have come to represent the continuous fight against strict social norms, enabling spectators to take part and share their own ideas about what is beautiful and acceptable. It's also important to think about how these conversations affect our attitudes about growing older and accepting who we are. In a culture that prioritizes youth over experience, images like this can have a significant impact. Elin Nordegren's age of 44 signifies a change in how we see time, highlighting the timeless quality of charm and self-assurance. The woman in the pictures does not allow her past to define who she is. Instead, she has accepted every phase of her life. This is seen by many fans as a welcome change from the typical story, which frequently promotes youth and uniformity. By being authentic and demonstrating that beauty can be found at any stage of life, Elin, on the other hand, is a live example of what it means to be genuinely decent. As we get more knowledge about this subject, it becomes evident that the controversy around these pictures influences both the deeper ideas they convey as well as what is instantly apparent. These images are not the only examples of the long-standing social critiques of art and photography. They force us to consider our own biases and if our moral standards are founded in sincere concern or outmoded social conventions. When seen in this context, the pictures do more than only provoke thinking. They act as a springboard for deeper conversations about freedom, rights, and the necessity of free expression. In this dynamic environment, each image facilitates communication by igniting a discourse. All of these discussions come to the same conclusion. Pictures have an unparalleled power to arouse strong emotions and stimulate the intellect. That's exactly what the latest photos by Elin Nordegren have done. Whether you view these pictures as a celebration of empowerment or as a challenge, they serve as a reminder of the variety of ways that art and self-expression can be received. They make us reevaluate our moral principles and acknowledge the courage of people who defy expectations. The message may resonate with people from different backgrounds. As we continue to watch and take in this story, I would like to remind you to stay with me. It's still unclear what these photos mean, how supporters and critics responded, and how they might affect public opinion going forward. Every element contributes to the story's intriguing and occasionally challenging premise, from the lighting in the pictures to the internet comments. As powerful as these pictures are visually, they also raise questions about how we perceive morality and what it means to be truly free. As this examination comes to a close, it is important to keep in mind that the subject of discussion today is not an attack or a condemnation, but rather a chance to think more deeply about our worldview. We are reminded of our own values and beliefs by Elin Nordegren's brave self-expression. Whether you think the images are overly controversial or a bold celebration of freedom, there's no denying that they are a potent instrument for igniting debate. They serve as a reminder that the goal of all art is to provoke thought and question our assumptions. Thank you for joining me as I explore in greater detail one of the most talked about subjects on the internet at the moment. I hope my analysis of recent photos by Elin Nordegren was interesting and provocative. As you consider everything you've seen and heard, keep in mind that every image and conversation offers a chance to gain a deeper comprehension of the world and ourselves. These images have sparked a significant and continuing debate, regardless of your opinion on whether she is the dirtiest woman on the planet. Stay tuned for more tales that subvert our preconceptions of beauty, decency, and self-expression. Additionally, if you liked what you heard, watch every video through to the end, since there is always more to discover and new information that could alter your perspective on the world. As the protagonist of the narrative so brilliantly illustrated, enjoy the remainder of your day and allow these pictures to encourage you to think creatively and live freely.